everyone, Sandy here. Welcome back to day 6 of my 13 Frights Before Halloween. We're still working on this large folio album, and today we're going to make some hidden pages with a swing tab closure for this section right here, the last one in here that's not finished. This should be pretty simple to do, and then the next couple of days we'll be working on adding something into these 1-inch spine pieces. But for today we're going to make, for this 9-inch section, some hidden pages, full-size pages with a swing tab closure. For our hidden pages and our swing tab closure, I've already cut my cardstock. So out of the black I've cut, we're going to have 3 full-size, I'll call them full-size, but 3 large pages, and you want to cut these 10.5 by 9.25, and then for your closure flap you need one piece that's 10.5 by 5. You also need to pick out your chipboard piece, and I picked out this one. Now it has 2 places, 2 holes, 1 on each side. Only one will be attached down actually, so I put the brad in here to see how that would work, and then I folded the prongs both in the same direction towards the center, and then I used a piece of black gaffer's tape, or you could use duct tape, or even your clear tape probably, because you're not going to be able to see the back of this when it's swinging, but you want to keep those brad's prongs on this side nice and flat. So that's why I covered them with tape, and then I also inked the edges of this. So this is going to be my swing tab closure. Need to double check. Did I put it on the wrong side? No, it goes on this side. So this is where the brad will go that attaches down onto the page that we're going to put on there. So I just have those, so don't forget to do that. So on your base, on your pages here that are going to be hidden pages, we're going to take each one and we're going to score the 9.25 side at just 1/2 inch. So you do that on all 3. That's going to make your attachment tab to put it into the book. Oops, that one a little crooked here on the bottom. Make sure it's right. Okay, and one more. So those are the pages for this 9-inch section that we're going to be working on. And then for the closure flap, you have a 10.5 by 5.5. We're going to score the 5.5 inch side at 1/2 inch and 5/8, which is 1/8 over. So you have an 1/8 of an inch space there when we fold this up. So that's all the scoring we need for today on this. So I'm going to put the scoreboard up, and then we're going to fold and burnish our score line. Okay, so let's take the flap one, and I'm going to go ahead and fold the inner one and burnish that, and then I'll fold the outer one, and that will give us our 1/8 of an inch space. You just have to kind of work with that one to get it folded and burnish. So go ahead and flatten it down and burnish. And then I re-stand it up for the other part. So it's just a very narrow extra piece of spacing that we're putting in for that. Now we're going to take our 1/2 inch chomper, and we're going to round the 2 corners opposite of the fold, like that. Okay, so that's that. And then the pages, we do not round them, but we do fold and burnish that 1/2 inch score line. And since it's be turning quite a bit, I just do it both directions to kind of train the fibers of my paper, especially on the artisan cardstock. Go ahead and do that on all 3. And the last one Next, we'll be ready for our patterned papers. So we need to pick those out that we want to use. And you will use a full sheet on each of these, and then you can use a scrap or something maybe on this one. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is put our swing tab on to this paper. And let me grab my closure piece, because this is going to attach over here. I'm going to just kind of place this on here to make sure that I'm putting it where I want it. You want it kind of centered on your paper. So it's going, this does not attach down, so this attaches here to swing like that. So I'm going to take my pen, and I want a lot of it over this to hold it down good. So I'm going to take my pen and then make sure it swings off so it does all the way around. And I'm going to put my mark right there where I want to put the brad hole. And then I'm going to take a piercing tool, and I'm just going to poke a hole there, big enough for that brad. Okay. Then place the brad and my chipboard piece into that hole. And then turn it over and open up the prongs really well. Press them down. And then it will glue down onto the page, so like that. So that's where the swing closure is going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and pattern these. So I need to round my corners to match my closure. I want the black on the front. So make sure that I put rounded corners 2 on the same side. And then this one goes on the back. And it's going to have them 2 on the right side here. Just round those corners. Go ahead and put this down. Move my pen out of the way. Whoops. Take your glue. This is the inside, so this will be the back. So I'm going to put my glue on the back side. And stay away from the fold line. Got 2 fold lines here on the side. And burnish that. Turn it over, flatten my fold line so I can see where I'm putting it. And then we put this one on this side right here. And that's the closure flap that'll go in the book. So set that aside. And grab my first page. And I'm going to put glue on the back side. Grab my glue. Work kind of quickly with these big pieces if you can. Glue around where the brad goes. It doesn't have to go on top of the brad. And then I'm going to place this, make sure, got my hinge to the left, my attachment flap hinge, and line this up right there and burnish. So there's the front page. And you flip it over. And the next one that goes on is these pumpkins, because opposite it will be these orange and white, black and orange stripes. So this one goes next. So as you see, it takes 1 full page of pattern paper for each of these album pages. Now, if you wanted to leave them just black cardstock like a regular scrapbook album, you could. That would be up to you. Get this one on real quick. And then I'm going to just make sure you don't go over your fold line here. I'm going to speed up my camera and get all these pages patterned. So you select the papers that you want. So like this is the front, of course, with the flip. This is the inside. The next I will have the orange here on the front. And then I'm going to put the cats and then the spider webs. And then on the inside, I'm going to have these. That's what I want. Cats, spider webs again. Look at the other side. The purple. No, the cats, the purple. Yeah. Cats, purple, these, and then I have a paper that I picked for the inside. So I'm going to go ahead and do these off, speed up the camera and get these glued down. Okay, so we have these in, are patterned, and we're ready to put them into the 9-inch section of our book. So let's grab the album. Here we go. We're going to open it up. There's that finished inside. So we'll open this to the 9-inch part that's not done yet. Pull this down so I can get to it good. Here we go. So this section right here, you have your pockets here. You have your wide spine, and then you have your waterfall there. So this is where we're going to be adding these pages. So the first one we're going to put down is this top one. Now, pay attention. This right here is not your 9-inch. It's going to go in this section here. This is part of the 9-inch section. This is your spine. So you want to make sure that it is clear of your spine fold. That is right here. So it does go up to where the pattern paper is, but you don't want to go over that fold right there when you hold the spine up. So you can see it in there. So I'm going to stay about 1/16 of an inch away from it. I still have plenty of clearance here on this other side, maybe even a little more. Now I'm going to put glue on my 1/2-inch attachment flap. Now I've changed this hidden page up just a little bit to open things up a little bit different. So I'll show you that. So you're about 1/4 of an inch from the top and the bottom, clear of your hinge here. Get it on straight, burnish that in. Drop it down just a little more, I think. There we go. Stand up, make sure, before I burnish it down, I'm going to make sure it's even at the top here. Down just a little bit. There we go. So you want it even at the top and at the bottom here. And you want them straight as you can get them. Burnish that in. That's your front page. Now we're going to put the closure flap on. And it's going to go here on this edge here. Now make sure you're only gluing on the 1/2 inch, not over that little 1/8 of an inch space. Now if you think you're going to put thicker stuff in, I should have told you at first, then you might want to make a thicker thing. I'm lining up my pages here, my flap with my page. So this is going to come over it like that. Make sure on the side here everything still folds up. Okay, and then open this up and burnish. Whoops. Goofy me, I put it on my page. Pop some of that glue off. Okay. Right there. Make sure you're putting it inside your album, not on top of your page, like I was doing. So I've got a little bit, I'll ink that. It'll be okay. Got a little bit of glue there. So it's like that, okay? Now we open it up again. And take a look. Let me take a look, see. Now you can reverse this, or you can stack them all like I did my original here. So the next one goes in the second one, and it goes right over that other 1/2 inch. So I'll put my glue on. Line them up. There's no space between them. They're just butted up to each other, right on top of the other. And then the last one. I was going to put it over this way, but I put my patterns on with it coming this way. Once these are in, these are like hidden pages. You don't really see where you can open them up, but you can. So line this one up. Okay, now we have this space still in here, uncovered. So I cut a piece that's 8 3/4 wide by 10 5/8 tall, and I'm going to see how that fits in there, and it does good. And so we glue that in. That's pretty too, though. But I'm going to use the other side. Okay, so we're almost done with the part for day 6 in here. Make sure it doesn't go over your folds, though, and burnish that in to cover this all up. Okay, so there are hidden pages inside, and that holds that closed. So that is day 6 of our large folio album, and I'm going to see maybe making us a small Halloween project, maybe a tag or something like that. So I'll put this up for now, and then I'll find us a little bonus project. For today's bonus project, I'm going to show you how to make a shaker tag without a fuse tool. So this is just really simple to do. I just gathered up some of my bits and pieces, some of my shaker stuff, some paper, scraps. So what I'm going to make it out of is a little plastic baggie, a Ziploc baggie like this one. But I cut the Ziploc part off because I don't want someone, you could leave it on if you want it extra secure, but I'm going to take mine off. So I cut it off. And so this makes it about a 3 by 4. So I trimmed down a piece of cardstock just smaller than my bag. So that's what you want to do. And then I cut out a piece of patterned paper to fit on that. So I'm going to grab my glue, and I'm just going to glue that on the back. Now, if you wanted to be able to write a message on it, you would put a craft piece of paper on the back or something. I'm just not going to do that today. I'm just going to decorate the front of it. So I'm going to layer it up here with this little piece of paper. Scrap. This is an authentic. And then this is authentic stickers. So I'm going to use Shake, Rattle, and Roll sticker that is a skeleton. I just think that would be really cute. I'm going to put him in the center. So if you have a lot of these to make, this is a pretty quick, easy, fun way to make a little tag to hang on a gift bag or something. And now we have this. We're going to slide this into this bag where I've cut the ziplock off, right? So there's the bag. Now we're going to put in our little shaker bits. So I have different ones. Let's see what I've got here. I have in this bag. They're pretty good size, but I have like, I have these orange flowers. I have orange sequins. So I'm just going to start putting in maybe even a couple of buttons like that green one and an orange one. Some purple pearls that are in there. Let's make sure they're turned the right direction if you're using the pearl ones. There we go. That one didn't want to go in there right. Have some black sequins. I'm kind of picking and choosing because I want certain things in here. I want one more purple pearl. And I have one green button. Let's put another green button. Some of these different size flowers. Down in there. A few more of the black sequins, I think. It's easier to just dump, but I wanted to pick certain things to put in there. I didn't want a whole bunch of different ones. I wanted certain ones. So putting the black ones in. And then I have from this little jar, I am going to just kind of stick these in. I'm going to pour some of these in. These are a mixture of purples and greens, orange. Okay. So you don't have to put in a whole lot, just a good amount along the bottom, like that, so that they can float around. If I had more white ones, I would use some more white ones, but I don't. I'm way down in this bag, but I don't want to pour out the whole thing, I don't think. Let me see what I can do. I can reach in there and pinch some. A kind of clear white. I don't know if I got any or not. I just got some more of the flowers. Okay, that's fine. So this is the shake, rattle, and roll. I'll get these all up again here in a minute. And then to seal it, if you don't have a fuse tool, which I have one, but geez, I rarely pull it out. I don't know why. This one's up here. Okay. So I left a little bit of the bag hanging over there. Now I'm going to take washi tape. Let me straighten it up here on the end. And this is really wide. And I'm going to lay my bag here and I'm going to put it half and half, the washi tape, over it like this. And I'm going to trim it a little longer on each side so that I can trim it off later. Okay, and then I'm going to fold it over so that it seals the plastic up, just like that. Now on the ends here, be careful and don't cut your bag, but just trim it a little bit here and a little bit right there. Okay, so that seals it up. Now I'm going to take some more washi tape that I have here. I have the caution one. I love the caution one. And I think I'm going to just like overlap it like this on the outside. And just tear it and wrap it around the back. This is just to decorate. Shake, rattle, and roll. Okay, and then got the spider web up here. I'm trying to decide if I want any other on there. I think not. Now I have my hole punch. So I have a big hole punch here, good size one, and I'm going to just punch a hole. Make sure no shaker bits are there. Right up here into the washi tape area, like that. Okay, and that's where I'm going to take my string and I'm going to tie a string onto it. So I've got it doubled, got a loop. I'm going to feed it through and then take the tails and feed them through that, like that. So that knots it like that, and then I'm going to tie it another knot, however long you want your string tag to be. Pull that knot. Okay, and then cut the ends off like that. So there is a little Halloween shaker card. I'm going to trim this off right back here because it's sticking out. Okay, so there's your little shaker card. Hang on a bag, and you can make several of these. These are real fun to quick to make, and you can seal them with washi tape and make these. You could also put these on an album or wherever you want to make little shaker elements like this, quick and easy out of a little bag, and seal them up with your washi tape. So that's the bonus project today, Halloween project. So thank you so much for joining in on today's 13 Frights before Halloween. I'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central Daylight Time. Bye-bye.